Dice. Rolls. Dragons. Trolls.
Adventurous.
All right, are you ready?
Yes.
Good, because I'm already recording.
Of course you are.
Ha-ha! All right, everybody, welcome back to... What?
Are we both doing it?
I don't know. You pointed at me weird.
Adventurous?
I don't know. You pointed at me in such a way that I thought you were about to do something.
Oh.
But then you didn't do it. All right. Welcome back in for another episode
Of this nonsense?
We are great. We're two great people with a great podcast. So you should tell all your friends about these two great people and their two great podcasts. Wait, no, one great podcast.
One great podcast. We don't have two. We don't have two.
I don't know. Anyway, welcome back. Hopefully you guys had a wonderful week. We are back in it. We're back into the story. We're back into the combat soon, right?
Yeah.
You were...
I got surprised?
Ambushed.
Jumped on?
That's true. If you are ready, we can just jump right back in.
I am ready.
All right, last week on Adventurous, Kia, Gunther, Maud, Flibbit made their way finally back towards the scrape. They have come back through a portal, courtesy of Tsar Bloodhoof, and decided to set out early while the rest of the team get the airship ready to go.
Decided to set off and see if we can discover any secrets. Or not.
Gunther wanted to go see the last little bit of where he might have something from Tilda, who knows, but he at least wanted to go kind of learn a little bit more about the scrape and upper levels and why the Scra-clops did what it did.
Why it guarded it.
Exactly.
Guarded the, what did you call it?
The Opticon 4000 or something like that.
Wait, did you really?
Opticon. I think it was just called the Opticon, but we just called it the projector. I came up with a fancy name for it, but...
It's fancy.
Anywho, you guys made your way into the lower levels, made your way up. You battled a low-level scraper along with a scraper golem that seemed to be shoved together by a bunch of different parts, sort of hodgepodgey style. You made your way up through an old hole that Maud had once fallen through.
An old hole.
And you made your way back up towards the theater. However, underneath the theater on floor 8, you went and you found a room you'd never been in before. Once upon a time, the golem had exploded out of that room and attacked you. You went and found piles and piles of past world tech.
Haphazardly strewn.
And a hole in the ceiling. You knew that this is where the Scra-clops, once upon a time, burst through the floor when you stole the projector. You went over to peek up to see if you could see anything, and you did indeed see something in the form of a lens.
Turning orange.
And it leaping down to the floor. Turning around, roaring. And we will start this episode off with initiative.
Dun, dun, dun.
As combat has begun.
Guess what?
Huh.
I got a 22 on initiative.
Guess what? This thing goes first.
What? Really?
I got a nat 20.
Wow, I got a 19.
Tee-hee-hee-hee-hee.
Oh no.
Alrighty then.
How big is this room?
This room is pretty decently sized. I would say in my brain, this room is probably at least 120 feet squared.
Okay.
So, like, this thing takes up a decent chunk of it, but there's definitely a lot of room to move. I would imagine that this floor, this room, is about as big as 2 theater spaces above it.
Oh.
It's a pretty big room.
Okay.
This thing got the jump on you, literally. It leapt down, scraped down across a pile of pastoral tech, turned, roared at you. A very familiar roar that once upon a time you have had to deal with. You've seen other Scra-clops-like creatures since then, but nothing quite as big and or scary as this thing.
As the Scra-clops.
It's true.
Wait, didn't I fight a Scra-clops at one point?
Yeah, you fought a little one.
Oh, was that a littler one?
Mm-hmm. You're going to see this thing, it roared, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to like curl up its back body a little bit, all made from like theater seats and crazy popcorn machines and all that stuff. And it is going to make a quick little like dodge to the side. And you see its body, all those movements that I just mentioned, speed up, double speed, as it makes itself very fast for a second.
I can do that too.
And this one activates its thing, and it is going to rush you, I think, because you were first in line.
Yeah, I was.
And so it is going to rush towards you, slide to a stop in front of you, and it is going to make its 2 attacks against you.
I've never been attacked by this thing before, so...
Natural 19.
That hits.
And a 17.
That also hits.
All right. Here we go.
You're rolling good first out of the gate.
Tee-hee-hee.
I am sad.
Damage is bad.
Oh, okay. That's a lot of dice.
19 damage.
You said that's bad? That's a lot of dice.
Tee-hee-hee. As
Thank
this
you, Flibbit,
thing
for aid.
reaches its 2 claws forward, slash. And then can you please make a strength saving throw?
Oh, does a 7 count?
Nope. You are pushed back 10 feet and knocked prone.
Gee.
And this thing howls again in excitement, in fastiness.
Fastiness?
Yep. And
Fastiness.
it is... I forgot to account for initiatives. So, okay, so we have Scra-clops first, then Kia. That's really good at going last.
That's true. He likes to hang back in the sidelines.
That's true. All right.
Well, I get up, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
Which is half my movement, right?
Yeah.
I am going... Look in the eye. Yeah, eye.
Mhm.
It's only got 1. Of the Scra-clops. 2 can play at that game. And I tap my
As it
little airplane pin.
growls. Nice.
And I cast Zephyr Strike
Nice.
as a bonus action.
So you have activated Zephyr Strike. You are quick. You are unopportunity attacked.
Yes. On opportunity attacked. And my walking speed increases by 30 feet.
Nice.
So now I can move 60 feet.
All right. And you are 10 feet away from this thing.
Yes.
What is your plan?
Run away!
Okay.
I'm going to rush past it into the room.
Okay. Well, you were kind of in the middle of the room where the hole was.
Oh,
So you're kind of, yeah, because the hole was you had gone into the room and the hole was in the center. So he's kind of sort of towards, right now, 10 feet towards like the back of one side.
Okay.
So you could rush
I'm going to rush
behind you or...
diagonally the opposite direction.
Okay. So you kind of rush deeper into the...
60 feet.
Yep. You rush 60 feet away, deeper into the room. It's a good thing you activated that because even though you were 10 feet away, it would have gotten an attack of opportunity.
I
because it has
suspected.
reach, but you dodge out of the way. It goes to swipe right over your head. But that blast of wind, that zephyr power,
I fly like an airplane.
you fly like an airplane. And you get 60 feet away easily.
I would like to pull out my bow
Okay.
and take 2 normal shots
Okay.
at this scraper.
Okay. Go ahead and take your 2 normal shots.
Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does hit.
Oh!
Yep.
I kind of didn't expect that.
Yep.
All right, so then we have just normal. So 9 piercing damage for the first attack.
Okay.
For the second attack, a natural 1.
A natural 1 does not
For an
hit.
11 if it matters.
Unfortunately, that one fails you. Poorly. Okay. And you already bonus actioned. You're geared up.
Yep, and moved, so
Okay.
I'm good.
Maud's turn. Maud is going to be very afraid for a moment as this thing leapt down, slashed at you twice, and knocked you backwards. And she's going to go, okay, here we go. And she's going to climb up to the top of a nearby pile.
Oh.
And she is going to pull out her bow. And she is also going to take 2 shots. Nat 20.
Woohoo!
Nat 1.
Wow,
So,
that's impressive.
Basically, she hits once an equivalent, but it'll be a high damage hit. Okay, that's funny. So
That's rarely happens. To get both.
right. So we have 20 damage. So pretty good. Pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yep. Okay. Maud is going to just kneel down, knock a few more arrows, be ready. Gunther's turn. He's going to do something he did before. He's going to tap his shell. A little cannon comes out, and he is going to be like, Kia, I'll help. And he's going to move 30 feet closer towards you, just laterally towards you.
Oh.
And then he is going to fire a magic missile equivalent launch from this cannon.
Pew, pew.
As it goes, boof, 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 boof. He's firing at a higher level.
Ooh, nice.
And he gets to do 17.
Ooh, that's a lot for a little magic missile.
Well, third level. It's his
Yeah.
third level spell, but he used it. Okay.
Wow.
You guys are doing good out of the gate. Flibbit's turn. Flibbit's going to look around. He's going to look over towards you, and he's going to be like, how are you doing, Kia?
Not good.
Not good. Understood. And he is going to... You're kind of far away from him.
I am 70 feet away from the big monster, big Scra-clops.
Well, then, he cannot get to you for healing this turn because you moved far away. Flibbit's going to head towards you, action dash towards you, and then bonus action, he is going to lob a ball of energy towards you, a sparkly ball of flump energy. It's hitting you, and it's coating you with this energy as he casts his version of Shield of Faith.
Yay!
So
Which
you will
does
be able
what?
to add 2 AC as long as he has concentration.
2 AC.
Yeah, because he couldn't quite get to you for a heal.
All right, that's fine.
So, whatever your AC is, double it. Or, I mean, add 2 to it. Don't
Not double it.
All right.
That would make me impossible to hit.
Back around to the top. The room gets a turn.
The room.
Yes, the layer action.
It does this every time we're in this group.
And it starts thumping its feet. And the floor above starts to crumble and fall down. Can you and everyone please make dexterity saving throws?
Come on, we just wanted to watch a movie.
Everyone did so good. How'd you do?
Terribly. 9.
Everyone but Kia did so good. As Kia, you take 6 damage
Lucky.
from a falling thing
Ow.
as a piece of floor comes down.
Ow.
And now it is the Scra-clops' turn. He's going to look. You're really far away. The thing looks up, sees Flibbit, this floating little weird thing that once upon a time it came through a portal and got in his way of stealing the projector. It is going to crouch down. It is going to take its tail.
Has a tail?
It has a tail. I've decided now. It has a tail. But
Interesting.
I don't remember if it did before or not.
I don't think it did,
Well, or how about this? It spins around like a dog to the backside of one of the piles and starts kicking its feet backwards like it's trying to bury its potty. And it starts launching scraper parts and past world tech up towards Flibbit like a missile attack.
Oh
And then rolls in that one.
no! Yes.
So Flibbit is fine as a giant chunk of this hurled item comes towards him, but does not hit at all. However, it does still get a secondary attack and big movement. It is going to, I think it'll see that didn't work, spin back around, turn, leap off of a pile, and go for a slash attack on Flibbit. Man.
Did
What's
he fail?
Flibbit's AC? No, he succeeded.
Oh, no!
Flibbit has low AC. And so he hits. Flibbit goes, oh no! And yeah, he didn't take too much. 12 damage.
Too much? Is that a bad roll?
That was a bad roll, yeah.
No.
Okay.
You could kill me in one hit right now. I have 17 hit points.
You have items and things. Make sure you look. It is your turn.
17 hit points. Did the Scra-clops move closer to me?
Technically, but not towards you.
Okay.
Flibbit was rushing your direction to try to get a heal. So I would say this thing is now probably about 30 feet from you. Maybe 40 feet from you laterally.
How to decide? I do not want to get hit by this thing. I'm going to move another far away.
Okay.
Maybe I'll only move like 40 feet
Okay.
away. But I do not want to get hit by this thing.
Yeah.
So
I mean, your range is insane on your bow.
I
so you
can shoot this entire room
Yeah,
if
so
I
you
needed
could run
to.
your whole
So,
distance if you want. But
Yeah.
you're also further away from Flibbit. So
Yeah, I think I'm only going to move like 40 feet more. And I'm,
Okay.
I'm 70 feet again.
70
but-
feet again. Oh, I also need to roll concentration for Flibbit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
You did fine.
Even though there's no other scrapers,
Mm-hmm.
I am going to actually activate another charge of my Scraper's Bane bow
Nice.
because it's still got the lightning
Yeah.
on it.
And you have special arrows still too, right?
I do.
Okay.
So first attack with the lightning. 17.
17 hits.
Yeah. So he takes normal damage is yay. Max damage, which is a 13 piercing damage.
For the first hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The first hit plus 10 lightning damage.
Nice.
Then the second attack, which is normal, is 23 to hit.
That also hits.
Yay! And 9 piercing damage.
9 piercing damage. Okay. That's your turn?
Yep, that's
All
my
right.
turn.
Maud's like, good shot, Gaia.
Thanks!
And she is going to...
Do.
All right, you're going to see her pop out one of Beryl's handy-dandy potions.
Ah.
She's going to quickly take a string, wrap it around the front of the arrow that she's firing. She's going to pull it back, and she's going to release. And she is doing a explosion of sort of like liquid fire. Goes over the top of this thing.
Cool. Alchemist fire.
Alchemist style fire, yep. And, okay, so first, normal hit. She hits.
Yay!
Normal damage is 8 damage.
Ooh, nice.
And then it hits, you hear a shattering of glass, and then poof, as fire erupts over this thing makes a dexterity saving throw.
That was cool.
It fails, and it's taking this many dice of damage. As fire kind of goes, woof, and it's just quick, and it's not on fire still, but it takes another 7 damage.
Woohoo, nice.
And so it is Gunther's turn.
That was cool, Mod.
Thank you. As she ducks behind a thing. Gunther is going to... He was already moving your way. He's probably pretty close to this thing. He is going to go punch it as he does. And so he is going to punch his fists together. They glow with lightning, and he's going to go over and give it the classic 1-2 Gunther punch. First, before he does that, you're going to actually see him flick a switch, and a aura of energy powers around Gunther. As a defensive shield comes around, he gets 5 extra temporary HP, and then he's going to go over and punch this thing twice.
Woo!
A natural 19, and enough. 17.
Yay.
So 2 hits. So 14 total damage. Some of it from
Nice.
lightning as boom, boom. This thing is getting pretty beat up.
Yay.
But
I am also getting pretty beat
Flibbit's
up.
turn. He is going to risk the opportunity attack to get away.
Run away.
Yep, he's risking it. All right, opportunity attack. Come on. Yeah.
No.
No. Good for Flibbit.
Oh, okay.
He got the creature got a nat 1. Flibbit dashes away
Yay.
and is going to full speed action turn rush towards you.
Okay.
So 60 feet towards you.
So he's 10 feet away.
He's 10 feet away, but has no bonus action to offer because he's still using his Shield of Faith on you.
Oh, okay.
And so that's Flibbit's turn. Which means this thing is now going to turn its head as it's his turn and look down at Gunther.
Wait.
Huh?
A room?
Yep, I was just about to do it.
Oh.
Reach up its head, roared up above. And as it roars up above, one of the piles starts shaking.
Oh.
And the one underneath Maud starts shaking. And then she does like a cool backflip off of it as a miniature version of the Scra-clops appears and bursts out of the thing and is added to the initiative order. In between.
It's like, how small is it? Is it like the one that, Amsterdam Goldface or whatever his name was? I can't remember his name. So I said Amsterdam Goldface because I think it was something fancy. Was it Alfred?
No, I can't. Let me.
Goldford?
No, it was Goldsworth.
Wadsworth.
Reginald Winston Goldsworth.
Okay.
But I liked Amsterdam Goldface. That's pretty good.
Amsterdam. It was gold something.
I'm
Amsterdam.
writing this down.
Amsterdam Goldface.
Maybe this is a future character. Amsterdam Goldface. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like that size one.
Okay.
Yep, that was good. All right. Now this thing's turn. The Scra-clops' turn.
Is it 2 that have come in?
No, just one.
Oh, just one.
Burst out. But the Scra-clops' turn looks down at Gunther, and unfortunately for the thing, it finished its turn, and so its high-speed movements seem to slow back down slightly.
Oh.
And it's going to roll.
Oh, no.
So it slows down for a second, but then it's going to charge back up again, speed as it hastes itself
Super
once
speed.
more. And it is going to make 2 more attacks, this time against Gunther. Hit. 2 hits.
No. That's a lot of dice. That's a lot of dice.
22 damage.
Ow.
As Gunther also has to succeed on a dex saving throw. But he does succeed on it. And so Gunther holds up his fists as he gets attacked, and then that last one he gets hit and it hurts, but he's able to slide back anime TV show style, dust kicking up behind him as he is not knocked prone, but he did take a lot of damage.
Oh, no.
And so it is your turn.
Great. Is this mini scraper right next to me?
No, it's next to Maud. You're kind of 4 corners. It's kind of like you and Flibbit 1 corner, Maud another corner, Gunther
Okay.
in between 2 corners next to the Scra-clops opposite you guys.
Okay. I'm going to 1 arrow shoot towards the new Scra-clops next to Maud.
Okay. You doing anything fancy or just shooting it?
Just shooting it.
Okay.
For a 20 to hit, non-natural.
That hits.
I love this bow. Does anything that has an AC that's a 10 or lower, I automatically hit on. 12 piercing damage
Okay.
on the new Scra-clops. The mini one.
I called it a scrap dog.
A scrap dog. Nice.
Okay.
And then on the other attack towards the big Scra-clops as an 18 to hit.
Okay. That hits.
Yay.
Just attacks?
Actually on that second attack, I'm going to spray my arrow
Oh, nice. Okay.
and shoot it. And I'm going to do my classic Hail of Thorns.
Okay.
Since this thing is 30 feet long, can I arrange it in a way that it doesn't hit Gunther? Because it is a 10-foot sphere.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Aim for the tail. You're
Yeah.
looking at the tail anyway, or the butt, because we decided maybe it doesn't have a tail. Okay.
So I'm going
I think
to
that's fine.
cast that. And first of all,
Do I make it?
normal damage. Or no, sorry, I already rolled for damage.
okay.
Because it was that 12, right?
No, that was for the dog.
Oh, okay, but I hit on
Yeah,
this
you
one.
hit
'cause it's
on this
18.
one.
Okay. So this one is also 12 damage.
Nice.
And then plus you need to make a dexterity saving throw. No.
Nice. He rolled poorly.
So you take, my friend.
I'm not your friend. I'm the enemy.
7 piercing damage.
7 piercing damage. All right. This thing is getting beat up. You guys are doing good. But it hurts.
Yeah.
Okay. That was your bonus action. That was your actions, all that.
Yeah, and I'm not going to move.
Okay. Maud did backflip away, but she's basically right next to this thing, so she's going to slip the bow over her shoulder, pull out her dagger once more, and go for 2 attacks.
Ooh.
Natural 17.
That's really good.
Natural 6, though. That one does not hit, but the 17 does, and she reaches forward and does boo-doo-boo. 9 damage.
9 damage.
The thing that popped up already looking pretty beat up.
Pretty good.
But
like it's...
Yeah, it's a legendary reaction thing, so it doesn't have a lot of health. But still up, still there. And unfortunately, it is its turn. It is going to look towards Maud, pounce off of this little pile that it came from, and do another small 2 attacks. Natural 18.
Is it smaller?
Hits twice. It's much smaller. It's only about 6 feet.
Oh, okay.
About person-sized. But does hit, but only... still did 11 damage, though.
Nah.
Maud says, ow. And we come down to Gunther. Gunther's still next to the big Scra-clops. He's like, got hit pretty hard that last time. He's kind of looking a little worse for wear. And so he is going to classically be like, all right, sorry. Gotta take care of myself on this one. And he is going
That's
to...
fine.
Whoop.
Oh.
And shell defense, withdraw. And so he sucks up into his shell, as he can do.
Oh.
He did this in the Tsar fight, I believe.
Yeah, he did.
Yep. So he sucks himself into his shell, plops down onto the ground just as a shell, and basically it's a defensive maneuver. He gets +4 to AC, advantage on saving throws, all that stuff. That's what he's doing for his action. Flibbit finally rushes 10 feet towards you, and he goes,
Sorry.
next time, I'll be closer. And he's going to reach down and finally cast a high-level Cure Wounds on you.
Yes! Thank you.
And so he is going to do 20 healing.
Ooh, that's a
third
high-level
level
Cure Wounds.
Cure Wounds.
Thank you, Flibbit. Now, you can't kill me in 1 hit, probably.
Probably.
Maybe in 2.
Maybe. This thing is going to pound down again. Goo, 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 goo. And everybody's got to make another dexterity saving throw as the ceiling starts falling down more this time. Benches from the theater above. Seats.
Dexterity saving throw? A non-natural 20.
Ooh.
What?
That's good for you. It's bad for Flibbit.
Oh, no.
Got the nat 1.
Oh, no.
Gunther, what's his shell do for disadvantage?
Uh-oh.
He still rolled really good.
But
Okay,
on
so he's
disadvantage?
fine. Yep. Yeah, he got a 14 the first time plus dex, and then I just rolled a 19. So he's actually doing fine.
It's pretty good.
Okay. No one else gets hit.
Except Flibbit?
Yeah. Except Flibbit.
What?
Still up. But Flibbit's looking real bad. It is now the Scra-clops' turn. It looks down, paws a little bit at Gunther's shell, and then it's going to scan
like
around.
Like a cat.
Yeah.
It's just like, what
Scan
happened?
around. 1 to 2 is you. 3 to 4 is Flibbit. 5 to 6 is Maud.
Okay.
Maud.
Oh, no.
And so he sees Maud with the other scraper dog nearby. He's going to, using that hasted speed that he has through the end of this turn, rush forward, leap, and do a double attack on Maud.
No.
Ooh, not success. And a nat 1.
Ha ha.
So Maud sees it coming. She manages to back roll down the scraper pile and kind of get right on the other side right as this thing crashes in, and it goes to slash where she was, and it just sends scraper parts flying. And Maud breathes heavy, but she is not hit.
Yay.
Your turn.
I say, Flibbit, stay back. And I am going to do a wonderful little thing that Zephyr Strike allows me to do, and I'm going to end the spell.
Nice.
Which is great, because I am
Can't
going
you choose to do it after you hit?
Oh, no. It says, once before the spell ends, you can give yourself advantage on one weapon attack roll on your turn. That attack deals an extra 1d8 force damage on a hit.
Nice.
So
So
advantage
all of
on
that-
the Scra-clops.
Yeah, all of that like wind energy channels in towards your bow as you're ending the spell. You get advantage.
Advantage a 2, so that is needed. And a 17 to hit.
17 technically hits, just
Yes!
barely.
So you take, first of all, not very impressive, an 8 for piercing damage.
Okay.
Plus 8 force damage.
Okay. This thing is starting to look pretty beat up. Its lens is starting to flicker a little bit. Some of its popcorn scoop teeth are falling out. It's starting to get pretty beat up.
Now the question is, do I want to attack the mini or do I want to attack the big one again? Yeah. I am going to, again, activate the charge, and the lightning crackles down from the bow into the arrow as I shoot at the Scra-clops, the big one.
The big one. Okay, go ahead.
For 13. No. But I think you still, you might, the little one might still have to make a dexterity saving throw.
I thought it was on hit.
It doesn't give options for when it hit.
Okay, see? So I need to make a dex saving throw for
Yeah,
him?
for the little one.
That is a 19, but still half damage, I believe.
Yeah, half damage.
Okay.
So.
Succeeded, but is very low health, so this might still take it out.
So is damage rounded down or up?
Damage is usually rounded down.
Okay, so you take 4 lightning damage, because I only got a 9.
Feel free to describe how this lightning takes it out.
Really?
Yep, and it needed 3 health, or
Oh!
had 3 health left.
Yay! As the lightning crackles into the arrow and I shoot it, and it hits the Scra-clops, but it tings off the armor, but not before a lightning arc goes and into the other
Scraper dog.
the scrap dog.
Or scrap dog, yeah.
And I like to think that it just kind of goes haywire,
Oh, nice.
where it fritzes out,
I like it.
and then
And then it explodes.
yeah.
And Maud is hit with a bunch of small little pastoral tech items. She goes, thanks!
No problem. And that was my bonus action and my action. I'm still not going to move
Okay.
because I do not want to get close to this thing.
Maud's turn. She has this thing right next to her. She's just gonna hit.
You're gonna attack?
Yeah, she's right next to it. I was trying to figure out if she would go. I think she's gonna
mind.
play it smart, and she's just gonna use her action to disengage.
Oh.
And so she is just going to sheath the dagger, go for a dodge, and slink backwards as she does like a sprint flip away. This thing tries to go to get attacks, but with the disengage, it cannot. And she's going to run her full 40 feet away.
Oh.
And
Well, she's
then
40 feet of movement?
She does. And then she is going to reach into her pack, pull out a little bag, open it up, pull out the equivalence of what looks like an Oreo, eat it, and get a little bit of health back
Yay! A health Oreo.
for 3 hit points. As much as a health Oreo would probably give you.
That's kind of accurate.
Yeah. And so it is now Gunther's turn. With a bonus action, Gunther goes whoop and emerges, looks around and goes, okay. And he is going to reach up to that cannon, press a button on it. The front of it opens up further. And he is going to launch a lightning bolt charge out of it as it goes boom and hits the scraper. And this is his equivalent of the shatter spell.
Ooh,
Second level
nice.
shatter.
Wait, it's made of metal.
It is indeed made of metal.
Yes!
It is an anti-construct type of ability. This thing has to make a Constitution saving throw, and it has disadvantage.
Yay!
It got a nat 1. I don't even need to roll again, as it fails, and Gunther does a lot of damage. 16 damage.
Woo, that's nice.
As this thing is starting to look on the edges of everything. Pieces falling off.
On the edges of everything.
Its life flashing before its eyes as the lens is blinking out. Just got shocked by a bunch of crazy lightning. And Flibbit rises up from behind you.
Oh.
And he goes, I got it. And he finally gets to use his sacred stench spray.
Yes!
The thing has to make a dexterity saving throw. It rolls a 6.
Yes!
And Flibbit.
Go Flibbit.
Let's see if Flibbit can be the one. Oh! Flibbit.
Is he the one?
He is the one. 15
Yes!
damage.
Whoa!
Does the 12 necessary to defeat this thing.
Yes!
Do you want to describe what you imagine this looks like as Flibbit rises up above your shoulder and he goes, I got it. And he spins around, launches a stench spray.
I like to think that as he spins around and launches a stench spray, I like to think that it floofs, I guess, towards the Scra-clops.
Like a cloud.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I like to think that the cloud just hits the Scra-clops in the face, and the light in its eyes kind of flickers between like amber and blue almost. It's like confused.
Yeah.
And then the acid starts to kick in, and the light blinks out, and it melts, I guess?
Yeah. It falls down, melts, pieces fall down, and finally this thing crumbles and falls down. You guys fairly beat up, but you have done the 150 damage that was necessary.
That's a lot.
To defeat this thing, Amsterdam Goldface. That was its name. No, I'm just kidding. And so everyone...
I mean, he does have a golden face.
Everyone takes a moment to take a breath. Gunther.
I climb up on top of one of the piles and just raise my fists up and say, hooray!
Yeah, everyone starts laughing and cheering, and Flibbit plops down on a pile, and he goes, oh boy, that was rough.
Yeah. Thanks for the heals, by the way.
Yeah. And this thing is a massive pile of past world nonsense.
Yay.
As you are taking a moment.
Before we rest, I would like to comb through all the chairs, the gears, the parts, the popcorn cones, and see if there's anything of value or anything wild magicked.
Yeah. So you go over and you start doing that. Can you make an investigation check with advantage?
With advantage.
You can have advantage.
Well, first roll was my best one. Investigation?
Yeah.
16.
16? Okay. You start combing through it, and mostly it just seems like scraper pieces. It's pretty boring. And then finally you get towards like the head area where the acid has kind of calmed down. It's just sort of goo now. And you do see a screwdriver that looks extra shiny, extra pretty, not rusty, not acidy. And it almost looks like it was jammed into the neck of this thing.
I pick it up and flick it.
Okay. You pick it up, you flick it.
I flick it.
Gunther comes over too, and he's like, oh, you mind if I take a look at that?
Sure.
Okay.
I hand him
and he
it.
hands it to him.
Did it do anything when I flicked it?
No, it doesn't do anything. It's just a screwdriver. He flicks it, he looks at it, and he does his Gunther thing, past world plunders. He he's always had the identify ability. And so he looks at it and he spends a little bit of time and oh.
What?
This is interesting. And he
What's
looks at it
interesting?
and he hands it back to you and he starts going, I wonder if that's how she did it.
Can you tell me about it?
Basically has like a charm creature ability on it. So, metagame, charm monster.
Oh!
You can charm a creature that you can see within range, makes a wisdom saving throw. This does work on constructs, that sort of thing. And he's like, yeah, if you're holding it, it seems as though you can maybe cast the spell, but you say it was jammed into the thing's neck?
Yes, I think so. I found it by the head.
Well, I wonder if...
Or what's left of the head.
I wonder if that was Tilda's doing.
If she enchanted it after all this time?
No, but if she found the item and knew what it did and gave it the Scra-clops protection orders.
Huh. Interesting.
The charmed creature is friendly towards you.
Interesting.
You're starting to think that maybe that's what Tilda did. Maybe she figured out how to control something up here. Maybe she a little bit of a version of what Czar had, but more intense.
Yeah.
As she took this thing that had this charm on it and jammed it into the thing's neck, gave it some sort of command.
Interesting.
Yep.
Because Czar could completely control them, but he had to have the remote versus... Interesting.
Yes, very.
I pocket it.
Well, and Gunther goes, well, now I'm starting to think that maybe there is more to this than I was originally thinking. And he just kind of puts his hands on his hips and smiles, and he shakes his head and he goes, oh, Tilda, always up to something. All right. And that's what you find.
All right. And nothing else of value?
Not on that thing, no.
All right. Interesting. And I go back over to our rest spot, I guess.
Yeah, you guys want to take a quick short rest?
Yes, please.
So, short rest abilities, you get to roll, however many D8s you want, I think.
D10s.
D10s for you. Oh, all right. Flibbit's back up to full. Gunther's only missing a little bit. Maud isn't going to bother taking a short rest. She did pretty good, actually. She's going to comb through things.
All right, so...
And so...
Oh, I rolled good.
Yeah, that's fine. Use it.
Oh, I healed it. Well, that's better than my 15, so...
Okay. And so, you guys are taking a breather, eating healthy Oreos.
Healthy Oreos, yes.
Which is not a real thing, of course.
No.
But healthy Oreos, and then...
Packed with sugary nutrients.
Yeah, you take a moment, and finally you all feel a tiny bit better. Gunther looks around and he goes, well, that was a lot. But is this where you found the projector before?
Not in here, no.
Oh, okay.
It's up there. I point up to the hole.
Oh, all right.
Floor 9.
Floor 9. I never did ground you for this, did I?
No.
All right. Seems like a moot point now. Well?
As you're already up here with me.
That's true. I broke my own rule. Shall we?
We shall continue.
All right.
Everybody good?
Yeah, we're good, Maud says.
I munched my last healthy Oreo.
Traumatized but fine.
True. No truer words have ever been spoken. I chomp my last healthy Oreo.
Okay.
And go out of the room.
Okay, out of the room.
Cautiously.
Yeah. Make a perception check.
Not good. A 13.
You're not feeling like... You feel like if anything was in this floor or on these two floors, it probably would have come to aid in battle.
That's true, actually.
And nothing seems to be there.
All right. I go up the non-moving escalator.
Okay, it's a little bit of a clamber because it was kind of busted up. You get to the top of the escalator and you find yourself facing this theater. Again, displaying the
Frozen
movies,
7.
Frozen 7
and Marvel Return. It was Avengers something.
Like Revenge of the Revengers or something. I forget.
It was like Return of the Avengers or something.
Yeah.
It was...
Anyway, those movies were up on the screen and you guys are able to go up there and into the theater. There is a giant gross puddle of butter on the
yes!
And
it's been a month since I did that.
It's real gross now.
Ugh.
And so you can walk
before.
around that.
I'm going
there's
to walk
also a
around
big
that.
slide marks through it where this thing slid through once upon a time.
Oh yeah, if it's butter, is it hardened?
It's like gross, sticky, rusty butter. Yeah, it's gross.
All right, I walk around it.
I'd like to think this isn't butter. This is movie theater butter.
Oh.
It's chemically prepared to stand the test of time.
Movie theater butter. Get it now.
Get it now and it'll never go bad. I don't know if that's true. But you make your way around and start heading back in towards that theater.
I just go cautiously, I guess.
Yeah, you head in. You go in there and you see that as you round that corner of the hallway and it goes in, you got your bow drawn, you're all ready. You see that there's a big hole in the floor, the same one that it crashed up towards you.
In the theater, right?
Yeah, it was in the theater when this happened.
Yeah.
Originally, yeah. And so that's where this thing was. And so there are remnants of scrapers that were clearly up here watching a movie, stuck in the little hypnosis that got exploded when this thing burst through the floor. And so there's a big hole in the floor, but you know that there's a stairwell up to the little projection room, just like you did all those times ago.
I think I go up the stairs.
Okay.
And I look at the projection room
in
the stand where the projector was on.
Okay.
And I say to Gunther, voila!
Voila. What do you mean by voila? This is where you found it?
Ta-da! Right there.
All right, well.
Except it's not here anymore.
All right, let's look around. And so Gunther will make an investigation check with advantage because he knows his wife. And you can also make an investigation check.
16. Again.
16? Yep. Gunther also got 17. And so it takes a moment, but pretty soon you guys are able to see that the projector stand that it was on, you removed that projector, stuff went bad. Underneath the projector is a little note, and it says, look underneath. And you look underneath, and there is a small wooden box, probably about 10 inches wide, 10 inches deep, just kind of square little thing. Wooden box sitting there.
I nudge Gunther and push him towards it.
Oh, for me, okay. And he pulls out the wooden box as he notices that the note says, look underneath, and it's obviously Tilda's handwriting. Sets it down on the counter, takes a deep breath, and he opens it up. As he opens it up, and inside you see a bed of cloth under here, and in the middle, a very familiar, similar to Thaddeus Clodsworth's podcasting equipment. You see a little voice recorder thingy.
Oh, no. That's so sad.
And so Gunther takes a deep breath, reaches down, and he presses play. Gunther, if you're hearing this, then my time has come. I hope you're doing all right. I never wanted you to worry. That's why I hid the truth about my sickness. But it wasn't natural, after all. Theodora caused it. We got in an argument and, well, I couldn't bring myself to tell you. I'm sorry for that. We had such a good life together, didn't we? From all the adventures we shared as the Scroungers to running the shop. Let's just say these were the happiest years of my life, and I will treasure them always, even when I'm gone. I hope you find peace and purpose and maybe even a little bit of happiness. You deserve that more than anyone. And know that our life together is more treasure to me than anything we ever rummaged. But listen to me now. If you are the one listening to this, then you have found one of Theodora's experiments. She calls them surged artifacts, and this projector is one of them. She's the reason that Zax died in that storm. You must keep the projector out of Theodora's hands. I hid it for that very reason, hoping this scraping and my creature would be enough to stop her. It's more dangerous than we ever realized, and she can't be trusted with it. Promise me you'll protect it and take care of yourself. I love you always. Theodora, if you're the one listening to this, know this. This isn't the way. What you're doing is wrong. People will get hurt. The world will get hurt. I hope that you never try again, but if you do, know that I fully believe it will be your undoing. Please don't let it come to that.
So
recording
sad.
Over.
Like I'm actually crying.
Are you?
It's so sad.
I love it. I love real emotions. The daughter, teary-eyed. Gunther, teary-eyed.
It's so sad.
And that is where we're going to end this week's episode. I'm getting teary-eyed.
It's so sad.
But
it's perfect, but it's so sad.
as a positive thing, as you finish reading this note, and it's making us both sad, you will become level 8.
Well, that's good.
I love it. Real emotion. All right. And we'll end on that beautiful note. Thank you, everybody, for listening. And we will see you next week
On
Dadventurous.